Sagittarius for March 2025. It's about leaving the nightmare states behind and going into the dreamscape. New love, new everything is on the horizon. So let's get ready right into this 10 card spread. That first placement, the Nine of Wands, is what's kind of the general feeling of the overall reading, along with the 7 placement. And that tells me rough journeys have been taken in any area of your life. The Wands is creative energy, but it always applies to everything when we're trying to do anything creative anywhere. So wherever it's been touching you in the past, maybe probably a year and a half, this kind of chapter is ending now. And we're ready to open up a new book and get down and kind of get cozy and be able to enjoy it. And I really need you to get into that mode, Sagittarius, because the number 2 card, which is the crossing element and like stopping that energy from, it's like leaving the Nine of Wands stagnant and I need to move on from it. And the Lover's card is a major arcana card, so it's a major lesson time, right? And it usually means a past reflection. It's like you're coming out of it for me. And it's the things that we decide what we want in our life and what we don't want, and the kind of people and situations that are good for us and our benefit. And maybe when we were younger, we were attracted to certain types of different people or looks. And now as we get older, different characteristics come into play and what we want out of the people that are closest to us, but most especially personal relationships. And that Nine of Swords in that 5th card placement, which is the past reflection. So if anything in a personal way with you that has broken down and is kind of wrapping up, I need you to just kind of like with the Nine of Wands significates is that you're going to safe harbor. So yeah, your sails are torn and tattered, but all your wands are in a row and you're ready to get, when that little centurion gets their little hooves back on the sand, off, you're ready to fly. And you know, you really want to too, because a few things are happening here, but the number 3 placement gives you a key on how maybe to move out of the Nine of Wands. It's Temperance. It's another major arcana card, and it's the flow of emotion, right? I want to make sure everyone's happy, they're okay, stable, and whatever kind of that Nine of Swords situation that's leaving your past, you're coming out of it like a keystone. That's what the Temperance represents. You can handle all that. But at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, then everything falls apart. So make sure that you're doing a lot of self-care, and most importantly, kind of weeding out the negativity or any kind of stuff that's left you, like shadiness or anything that's left a bad taste. It's not yours to do that, get justice with, and I think a lot of that's passing out anyway. So just like let it clean up. That's the Nine of Swords. I need to clean up and tidy up my head. And you want to, because the 4th placement is the gut placement, I like to say, what the base of the matter in the 10 card spread. And the Ace of Cups, she's ready to fly out, like, let's go have some fun time down at the beach, get in the sun, tickle your heart again, get that spring in your step, wanting to connect, even for your just self, like even if it's just going for a walk, getting alive, getting healthy again. That's what's stirring in you. It gives you the energy to be the Temperance for everyone else, and it gives you the light to move out of the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. And remember, 9s represent completion, so just don't hang out there anymore. And the 6 says that you're kind of like going there anyway. That's the present state, and I'm delighted to see that. The 8 of Cups is the refresh, the rejuvenation of the heart, right? And it leaves us a little scary because we're taking a new journey. We've encountered some things along the way to the 8 that have left us like wounded and hurt. Not that there's not joyous moments and so on, but especially with that 5th card of the Nine of Swords. And even the Temperance tells me that you're trying to maneuver and make sure everyone's okay out of that situation. And God bless you. That's a great thing. But the 8 is saying, let's go. All your cups are in a row. And it can be scary to start a new journey anywhere, you know, but that's the refresh, rejuvenation, and God's giving you that extra spark with the Ace of Cups. So follow it. And what's really wonderful too, in that 7 card placement, which is a direct correlation in the 10 card spread to the number 1 of the Nine of Wands. So we get more insight here, right? And the 9 of Cups is, let's take a ride for the heart. I don't know where we're going, but I know I need to get out of here, right? And that's the Ace telling you the same thing, even the 8. And even at the end of the reading, we'll get to it too. So it's all good stuff. And again, it could be scary to encounter a big horse on a night saying, where am I going to go? I don't know where my next steps are. And as we get older, that can be really extra frightening, especially if we've been through really scary stuff, which the cards indicate. But that's okay. It's behind you now. And if you kind of look at it, instead of half full, it's half net. You have to look at it half full, right? So it's like, even why it was tough, it comes out that you're stronger, more confident. And if you could just regroup and get into that groove of who you are and reconnect with that. And again, it's why it's so paramount to leave that kind of negativity thinking and those past reflections behind you, because it's taking up space for goodness and positivity. And we need it. And it's so funny in the 8 placement how other people look at you. The 2 of Wands have already seen you moving on. But also, too, is you see that guy in the background in the cave? That's the Hierophant and Tarot. That's the Centaurian. That's you. Sagittarius. So I take the message of God and I make it material reality. And God says to you, I didn't mess with you to mess with you, Sagittarius. I messed with you to change you, make you stronger, become more positive, believe in my hope and faith. You know, again, that we can manifest anything, we could get through anything. And now you'll be able to help other people. And maybe that's where that temperance coming in. You're helping other people achieve their dreams. So, oh, I'm getting goosebumps. How wonderful is that? You know, how much good karma does that bring, Sagittarius? And you know it, you're one of the most big-hearted astrology signs. It's just wonderful. And again, you're in the tarot, you're the healer. So we get to the 9 placement of our Ace of Pentacles, which is our hopes and fears. So starting over, like the Ace of Cups and even the Ace and the 8 of Cups and the Knight is all new beginnings, right? And the Ace, it says that is another new beginning in the area of home, relationship, career, maybe the whole kit and caboodle. You know, that's kind of the devastation that the 9 of Swords leaves behind, and the 9 of Wands. But you want that and maybe fear it, so just put the fear aside, because we're not meant to play with that. It doesn't serve us anyway, right? It just stifles creativity and positivity. So remove that. That's just a discipline you got to do right now. And just get into the Ace of the upsurge of anything. Everyone wants to just get going here. And I think you do too. You're like, let's go. You're pawing at the sand of that 9 of Wands in that safe harbor. And you know where it's leading you to. That 10th card placement is the 10 of Cups, to happy family. So let's say you're leaving a situation that you thought was going to be happy family, and you're moving into new waters, right? But the 10 of Cups says you learned some stuff, and that's what the Lovers reflects too. Like, you got to look at that hard thing. Like, what did you learn? You didn't just go through it for not sake. You went through it to learn some stuff. And here, what it reflects is what you really want out of a lover or a companion or people in your life, you know. And it's the people closest to us that challenge us sometimes to figure out what we want out of life and what we don't want. But you've learned that. That's the 10 of Cups. I have the journey now completed in the area of the heart, and all my cups are there, but I respect myself. I admire myself. You know, I know I'm a really good person because I've walked these trials and tribulations to get here, and I did it with a good heart and integrity. And that's a big deal, all right? So that's why you're seeing the 10 of Cups. So whenever you want to manifest, my Sagittarian friend, you can. You know you're that powerful in the mind and the heart and the spirit. And the bonus card of B is the 4 of Wands. So good friends, even if friends helped you through this, or you're looking to connect with people that already maybe went through this, or your antenna is so alert right now that you couldn't identify people that were not good to you, or the way that their behavior is, or the ones that you know you could get positivity and support. And that's where this gravitation takes us. That's where it always has to take us in life. And life is just up and downs. It's sometimes a shit show, but here we go. So we're getting out of that. It's no more nightmare state. It's into the dreamscape. And I love it because the 4 of Wands finds you igniting your spirit again to build upon. It's a firm foundation for your creative ideas to ignite. And it gives you friends and people that are like-minded to you, and that's paramount at this point. So let's go really have a good time, like a little spring sprout. Let's go emerge from the dark earth and go grab the sunlight and just have a really good time this month, because you really do deserve it, Sagittarius.